Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's sewing class we're gonna make a sweater and it will be out of this beautiful grey knit. So it's very stretchy, very comfortable, and it will be an easy one. As I said in my former videos this year, I will start this year with the more easy projects and we go on in getting more difficult. But this one is certainly for beginners too, so when you're a beginner, don't worry, you can do it. The pattern is easy, the sewing is easy, so it will certainly be possible for you, but the outcome will be really beautiful. So it will be a really nice project for you too. And then I wanted to say something else. The regular viewers may have noticed that I never have sponsoring in my videos. No affiliate links, no advertisement around my channel, because that is not what my channel is about. I just want to spread the nice thing of this art, the sewing, and having just pleasure with sewing and making your things yourself. But what I want to ask you is for some sponsoring, and not for me but for my neighbors. And my neighbors are Els and Peter Koster, and they are really a lovely couple that are teachers. They are retired now, but they started a project in 2006 in, I have to say it right, Takangu, it's in Kenya. And they started their project for the children that live there that are really poor. They hardly can go to school, most don't have the money to go to school, and they really think it's important that also these children get an education and can learn to get a job to earn their living. And that's why they started that project, and that's where I want you to ask you for some sponsoring for them.
This neighborhood is very poor and parents don't have money to let their kids go to school. And the schools can hardly buy books or pencils or pay for meals. And usually that meal is the only meal the kids get if they can't go to school. So Els and Peter now pay for the cost of the children that cannot afford it, so they can get an education, which is so important, so that they can get a job later. And they make sure that there is water and good toilets. And you can see Els in the two pictures on the left, the blonde woman, and Peter is the man with the hat that is giving a boy a new backpack for school, for his school supplies. And they support a primary school, a secondary school, and a school where they can learn to be a technician or electrician or a nurse, and even seamstresses. And that last one, of course, is near to my heart, learning how to sew and be able to make things that you can sell to earn a living. And they also have a special needs class, which is also very near to my heart, because before I got sick, I used to work with disabled children, and in those countries they usually get hidden or pushed away. And I think it's so important that these children too get a chance and a meal, because again, that meal is usually the only meal a day. So please, if you have anything to share, please donate to Els and Peter. Your money will go 100% guaranteed to sponsoring. And they personally go and buy and pay there for the things needed and for the children. They go there a few times a year, and of course they pay for their own expenses there. In the description box down below, I will leave the bank account number where you can put your donations to. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment or send me a DM if you want to know more, or if anything is not clear. And thank you so much on behalf of Els and Peter for your donation. So this is my inspiration. I saw these sweaters on ASOS and I really like that cropped pink one. I'm certainly gonna make it cropped, just a little bit below the waistline. And I like those wide sleeves that come almost out of the waistline. So it gives a very nice and flowy fit to the sweater. I also like that wide sleeves at the bottom of the sleeves as the pink one, but I'm not sure if that will suit me because I am very short. So I will have the option like that beige one that has these cuffs on the bottom of the sleeves that are really tight fitted, and I have the same kind of fabric for the cuffs. So I have the option to do that if the wide sleeves like the pink one doesn't suit me. And for the neckline, I will make a loose fitted collar. The pink one is a bit too tight for me. I don't like it when I have that fabric so that tight to my neck. So I will make it just loose fitted. I think only just one layer of fabric, so it will be very flowy and very nice to wear. And that will be my inspiration.
So the pattern is very simple. What you do is you take your basic pattern, and if you don't have your basic pattern yet, I will link down below in the description box my tutorial on how to make your basic pattern for the top. It's for free, of course. You just have to watch it and draw it, and then you have it to your own sizing. So very easy to have also for in the future to make other tops. So you put a new piece of paper on your counter, and you align your mid part of your pattern to the edge of your paper. And then what you do is you trace your neckline, so the front for the front, the back for the back, and you mark where your waistline is. Then what you do is you take a long ruler and you measure up front how long you want your sleeve to be, and you do that just by stretching out your arm, and then with a measuring tape measure how long you want your sleeve to be of this sweater. And on that length you just extend your shoulder seam all the way down to that length that you want. It's not even more in my frame. Then for the bottom, I want mine just below my waistline, so I draw out 3 centimeters lower than my waistline, and I took a bit of an angle going to the sleeve, bottom sleeve seam, because then you can more easily sew that down. When you have just going straight to here, you have a problem with this seam because it will rip very easily. So I go up just to that waistline, and then when you have drawn your sleeve, shoulder seam sleeve, then measure how wide you want your sleeve to be. I measure it around the sleeve that I have on now. It's pretty wide, but you can take any measuring you want. So draw that down like that, and then take a ruler. You can draw it freehand, or you can use such a curved ruler, and you draw the end of the sleeve going down to that point. So it's very easy. It's for the front and the back the same, just the neckline is different. And it may be possible that you have to open it up a little bit because we don't have a closure, so you must be able to put your head through that neck hole. But you can also, of course, later on just cut it open a little bit more if you cannot go through it, so that's not a problem. So then your pattern will look like this here on the fold of your fabric for the front and for the back. So very easy. Oh, and of course, if you want that ribbing on the bottom of your sleeve, then of course you have to make your sleeve shorter, because then you get the ribbon on the bottom, and this will be scrunched in to the width that you want your cuff to be. So then you just make it shorter, but you can do that when you have tried it on and figured out if you want to do the cuffs or not. And for the sewing part and also up front, make sure you have washed your fabric, because these fabrics can shrink very much and then your sweater won't fit anymore. So first wash it, and then when you sew it, use a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch, certainly a ballpoint needle, so a jersey needle, and you will see I will use my serger. But when you use a normal sew, you should also use the settings for stretchy fabric, otherwise it will stretch out or it will bunch up. So make sure you do that. So now we have our front part and our back part, and what you do is you open them up and place them right sides together on top of each other. And really, this is a really simple project. You put them like this, and then what you do is you sew both the shoulder seams, so this one, and then also the sleeve seams, this one and this one. So now for the cowl, you have a few options. I measured around my neck hole, and that was 48 centimeters all around. But if I make my cowl 48 centimeters, to my opinion it is too tight on my neck. I don't really like that. So I made a rectangle that I folded double and pinned it down. That fits nicely around my neck the way I like it to be. But that is more than my 48 centimeters. This is 60 around. So what you can do is you can cut open your neck hole a bit more so that it fits the cowl that you like. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stretch out when I'm sewing it on. I'm stretching out my fabric of the sweater so that it will fit my cowl, and I do that by just pinning the cowl first on my sweater the right way, and then while sewing it I'll make it match like that. And I like that more because then when you have sewn it on it will stretch back to the normal sizing, and I don't really like it when this is too wide because then it gets hanging on your shoulders and I hate that. So I like to keep this in the perfect size. I like this wider, so I'm gonna match this one to this one. So I hope that makes sense. So we're first gonna sew the side seam of the cowl, then we're gonna pin it all around the neck hole and distribute it nicely so that it is nicely all around, and then by stretching out a little bit the sweater it will match your cowl. Oh, and I made my cowl 20 centimeters high, and it is because and just single layered because it's just one layer of fabric, because I like when this is just loosely hanging. So we're gonna sew it on with the I must say it right, the right side of the cowl to the wrong side of the shirt, and then when you flip it over you have just the one single layer on the right side going out. So I hope that makes sense because maybe not clear, but just try it out, just pin it and see if it goes like you want it to be. If you want to be the cowl more stiff, more fitted, or more heavy, then you can do this out of double fabric and then just fold it like this. Then you don't have a seam on the top, and then you have a more sturdy cowl. But I like it when it's more loose, especially with this fabric, with all this fabric here, with the wide sleeves. I like it more like that, but you can do whatever you like. I want to show you again how I pinned in the cowl, because it's not like we normally do. So I pinned my cowl with the wrong side to the right side of the sweater. So not right sides together or whatever, the wrong side of your cowl to the right side of your sweater. You see here on the seam, and here the sweater has the seams on this side. So and also this stretching out is not normal. Normally you gather the wider fabric to the size of the smaller fabric, but because this is a stretchy fabric and I want it to stay stretchy, I do it like this, and it gives a very nice result when you make it like this. It will not stretch out so that it won't cut back in shape, and it's a very nice technique to make this nicer fitted than when you have a really tight cowl because your neckline hole is too tight. So we're going to sew that on. Use a good stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch, otherwise your thread will break. And then you can just go in and out very easily because your neck hole will stretch when you want to try it on. So I tried my sweater on and it looked really nice. I'm not gonna put the cuffs to my sleeves because the waist cinches in very nicely and it doesn't swallow me up with the wide sleeve. So I like that. I'll just hem them just by folding in 1 centimeter and folding in again 1 centimeter, and then straight stitch that. Same for the waistline, just folding it in 2 times a centimeter and top stitching that. And then for my cowl, I cutted it on the selvedge, and that means I have these frills, and I must say I really like it. So I'm not going to finish this part of the cowl. I'll just leave it like this because I think it looks really nice, and it just attached like this and then folded over once, and I think it looks really nice like this. The only thing I have to do is here the stitching of the mid back. I have to finish this down, but then I will leave the frills because it looks really nice. So just hemming the sleeves and the bottom, and then your sweater is done. here's the sweater. I think it looks really nice. I'm very glad that it cinched in here enough that I could just leave the sleeves like this, because I think it looks really different and really nice. And still, because this is rather tight, it doesn't swallow me up, because I'm very short. I'm 5'1", so 158, and that is for my country very short. So normally everything looks very big and wide on me, and these sleeves are not the first thing to choose in my length, but I think it looks really nice. It's very comfortable because you have all the room. It's very airy, and I'm also very happy with this cowl because these frills, oh, it's so cute. And I didn't even intention to do it, but I just got it on the selvage and they had these frills, and I thought I'm not gonna hem this. It looks really nice like this, so very happy with this result. And I paired it with the pants, and the regular viewers know that I don't like pants. I don't even not like jeans. I don't like pants at all. But I have this one, it's from Target. I think it was $15 or something, so really not expensive. But it makes a difference when you pair it like this than when you pair it with jeans. I think with jeans it's casual, it's okay if you like it, no problem at all. But I'm more of the bit more put together, and it can also be with trousers like this one, but then make more a tailored trousers and make it more monochromatic. So same color for the top, the pants, and if you can also the shoes, because then you have one color and it gives a more nice effect, and instantly it looks more put together than when you have just a sweater and jeans. It's okay, but this is just a little bit more. And as I said, I don't like the pants, so my two other tips will be with the skirt, because I feel more comfortable in the skirt. And I must say I really don't understand why people like jeans that much, because I really don't like them. I don't think they're comfortable. I don't think they sit nice, not even the stretchy ones. I feel always constricted everywhere, so I don't understand what it is with the jeans. I don't like them, sorry. But these pants are okay. They are very comfortable too. They are, I think, stretchy. Yeah, they're stretchy too. They're not too tight, but they look just more put together, like a man's pants, I think. But I like it very much when you pair it with some nice boots. It looks really nice. And the sweater is awesome. So nice and comfy. So really nice to wear. So I'll show you my next tip. And then for the next styling tip, I paired the sweater with just a short skirt. It's an A-line skirt or a balloon skirt. And that makes a totally different outcome with the sweater than with the pants, I think. I think this looks also very nice. It's more put together with the skirt. I put some open-knee boots because I'm very short and I need that length, and those tall boots really make my legs look longer. When you are taller than I am, you can also pair it with ankle boots, because you can have that, but I don't. When I put ankle boots on, then I have an ankle boot, some leg, a skirt, a sweater, and it shortens me in really a lot. So I always put over-knee boots that are under my skirt. I don't do skirt like this, then I have my same problem. Then it'll look even shorter, so my skirts needs to be over my boots, and then it looks really nice. And I think like this, the sweater is still very comfortable. I think with a skirt like this, it's very comfortable. I really love knee-high boots, over-the-knee boots. I have them in all the colors because I really like them. You don't have to wear tights underneath it. I just go out with bare legs because the boots are so high that your legs keep warm. But still, this is very comfortable, and you really don't have to wear your sweater with jeans. This is very comfortable too, and to me it's even more comfortable. So I think it looks very nice. Just a plain skirt, a plaid skirt in this case, a shorter one with some nice boots, and you're good to go. And then for my last styling tip, and I must say the formal skirt, the plaid skirt, and also this skirt I made a sewing class about, so I will leave it down below in the description box if you want to recreate them. This is a very long skirt, and these are my favorites. I love long skirts. I don't know why, it's just comfortable, and if you've seen my video about making this skirt, it feels like a blanket. The inside is really like a blanket, so this is really my favorite skirt. And I think this looks also very nice with the just cropped sweater that's not too much over it. I want to say, I've said it before, but for the new viewers, almost all the stylists say always tuck your shirt in, and I'm not agreeing that. For some people it looks very nice, for many people not. So don't do what most stylists say, always tuck in your shirt, because not for everyone that is okay. For me it is the worst thing to do. I never tuck in my shirt, almost never, because it doesn't look good on me. I get a very short torso and I already have short legs, so I really look like a midget. Please just look in the mirror and see if it looks good on you when you tuck in your shirt, or when you have a client, see how it looks. It's not for all better to tuck in your shirt. For me, certainly not. So don't do it as an always thing. It's not always the right thing to do. So for me, just a cropped shirt, is better. Just over the waistline. Here is my waist of my skirt. This is just a bit below, and that looks nice. Then I have some torso left. I have some length left for my legs, and I don't look like a midget. With this skirt, with boots in the same color as my skirt. I like that very, or not the same, but the same color range. I like that very much because that elongates the whole view, and then it looks really nice when you wear it like this. And this certainly is my favorite outfit of these 3 styling tips. But it's just to give you a look what you can do with a sweater, with not only putting on your jeans with it, but just putting a skirt, a longer, a shorter, a nicer pants, anything you can do, and you still have your same comfortable sweater on, and it looks really nice. So please try to play a little bit with some different things and see how it looks on you, and you'll get way more use out of your closet than you do now when you just put on your sweater and your jeans and you're gone, and all the other things just keep in your closet. So I hope you liked this tutorial. I hope you like my styling tips. Please don't forget to donate to Elsa and Peter. They will be very happy if you do so. If you have just $1 or $2 to spare, it's okay. They don't mind. They are happy with everything. So please donate. Please subscribe if you haven't already to my channel if you like my videos. And oh, I want one more to say. I had some fabric left of this one. And next video will be a skirt out of this same fabric. So we have a 2-piece then. Because I liked it so much and I had just enough to make a skirt out of. So next video will be the skirt matching this sweater. So that will be a nice one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!